Hello, people, guys, wonderful people all around the world. Happy New Week, Happy New Month. Welcome to the month of July. May this month be the month that all of us we have been waiting for, and may the good tidings and glad things that the month brings, usher us into a new realm, new reality, just like boss Marwa, whom we are going to talk about today. Yes, guys, wonderful people in America, UK, Canada, Germany, Jamaica, Italy, Nigeria, United Arab Emirates, Kenya, Namibia, Uganda, South Africa, Ghana, Belize, Zambia, and any other part of the world. People, welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is the Pioneering YouTube channel, and I am _priceless back again, guys, on your screen, reaching you live and direct from Abuja, Nigeria, West Africa. Guys, as the title suggests, yes, wonderful people, as the title suggests, before we dived into it, I sincerely want to once again welcome us back. Thank you. If you're a first timer, thank you for stopping by. Welcome here. We give you the very best of content, straight up and relatable out of Africa. Yes, guys. And if you're a returning viewer and subscriber, thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for your love. Thank you for everything you've shown us here on this YouTube channel. Guys, wonderful people, as the title suggests, yes, respect. Yes, I am Marwa, African youth. Develop your skills and talents. Guys, on today's episodes, we're making reference to Boss Marwa. We've done one yesterday, which was month's ending, and we talked about how he has been able to evolve, become a voice, become a global thought leader, and an influencer of repute and worthy to emulate. And today again, guys, we are still talking, making reference to Boss himself. We are right here coming to at the heart of a forest, which is once in a while we need to connect to nature, to mother nature, in order to heal ourselves. Yes, guys, wonderful people, wonderful guys, wonderful people. As I said, today is still about Boss Marwa, and I really want to take time to talk to us, the younger people on the African continent, and by extension, anywhere in the world. Yes, anywhere in the world, because Marwa's influence cut across every nook and crannies. Yes, people. Guys, I told us yesterday how Boss has been able to plant his life in a sequence, in a chronological order, starting when he was nobody, you understand, till the very moment where he is, where he has succeeded in building the Villa Medellin. And today, Villa Medellin, and by extension, Marwa himself, has become a source of inspiration for young people. Not only young people, for, aged, people that they've given birth to him, they've seen out him, they've, accomplished bigger things. But Marwa, through the words, mastering the art of vlogging, using camera, he has been able to even inspire people that are far way ahead of him. And that is influence, guys. That is just it. He has done it. He has sacrificed his life, all this war, trying to cement and build up his life to the present moment. But it is unfortunate that we have some persons, they are just coming. They want to take, or they want to use Marwa as a leveraging point to launch a career in YouTube space, or just being an influencer where they have been getting it wrong. Yes, my young people, I really want to talk to us, especially the African youth. We should know time has come for us to rise up in unison, to rise up in one voice, to face the monster, the cantankerous monster that has been eating us. What do I mean by cantankerous monster that has been eating us? I mean the present crop of leaders on the African continent. Leaders that they are not, passionate about the welfare of their citizens. Leaders, they don't care about the people. Leaders that they don't know that people are really going through hard times. Yes, it is time for us younger people to take our destinies in our hands. For too long, we've allowed this odd order to toy with us, to cause division and make us look as if we are non-entities and we are people that they don't know where they're heading to, just like a sheep without the shepherd. Younger people on the African continent, be it Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, South Africa, Namibia, Uganda, Cameroon. Yes, it doesn't matter where you are docile on the African continent. continent. I am calling on us to emulate what Marwa has succeeded in implementing. You can see a young person that comes from Norway, a young person that was nobody, a young person that has decided to take the bull by the horn. Today, Marwa has earned himself a page on the annal of history. And that is just the truth. Whether we like it or not, nobody can take that away from Marwa. All those fighting Marwa, all those saying all manners of things, all those spewing all nonsense on the internet, thinking they want to bring down Marwa, they are instead uplifting him. Because Marwa is just like a pillar that has been, erected by the ultimate creator, the source himself. So what do you have to say? Nothing. Young people, I really want to call on us, especially my Ghanaian people. I'm not trying to single you people out. Nigerians have done, we've tried in 2020, and in 2024, Kenya has brought a lift. And you can see what the Kenyan youth are really doing to the government. And I like the boldness. For too long, they've taken us to the cleaners. For too long, they've taken us for granted. For too long, they've made us fought ourselves. Yes, especially my country, Nigeria. We'll still go back to Ghana. Especially my country, Nigeria. You see, the politicians have succeeded in dividing the head of, the youth in Nigeria. They don't want the younger people to unite because they know the force which we would galvanize. The force which, if we are allowed to foment, or if we are allowed to unite and become one voice, they know their end has come. Because enough of the manipulation, enough of all the bad things they've been doing. Guys, you can see it is only my country, Nigeria, despite the enormous potentials of the younger people. There's no platform for you to scale. Younger people have enormous idea. You can see. Are we going to, let me just relate it to the social media content creation, the creativity of Nigerians. Just imagine there's an enabling environment on part of the government encouraging them. But the problem in Nigeria is this, guys. They have this vicious cycle of repeating leaders in Nigeria. So if you don't form part of the clique, or you are not part of the so-called elite group of leaders, to break the chain and get yourself into the leadership position is damn difficult. Except you vowed and stood your ground and say, yes, you must do it. And by that, it's not going even to be on a platter of gold. Because in Nigeria, they deploy religion. In Nigeria, they deploy ethnicity. In Nigeria, they deploy regionalism, or the different parts of the country. Yes, they use it as division, divide and rule mechanism to set aside the heads of the younger ones, not to unite. But in 2020, October, young people across Nigeria came in one voice. And they thought and they showed the government that enough is enough. And right now, before even the event in Kenya, there have been silent movements, very silent underground movement on part of the youth to galvanize again. Because things we've never gotten it so bad and deteriorating in Nigeria like this present regime. So Nigerian youth have been planning, and this Kenyan issue has even gone ahead to, further push them. And now, guys, all of a sudden, leaders in Nigeria, they've turned to, they've become the best diplomats. They've started talking to Nigerian youth, because of what they're seeing in Kenya right now. They've started talking to Nigerian youth in a diplomatic way, trying to. Did we tell you people who want to go on street? You see, they've started making some diplomatic statement, calling young people, advising us, telling us this and that. Hey, we don't have to destroy our country. We don't have to. So they're making reference to what is happening in Kenya. They are telling Nigerians youth now, we don't have to destroy Nigeria. We don't have, let's come together. That they're inviting inviting us youth to come together to have a dialogue to see how we figure out best solutions to move this country. But all this while, guys, they've forgotten that we've given them ample time and opportunity to set the country on path of growth and development, but they failed. Instead, they use it as an avenue to amass wealth for their private estate, for themselves and their cronies. or associate. Guys, that is just this. So let's go back to Ghana. Youth in Ghana are docile. Youth in Ghana are too, how can I say, patriotic? No, I don't see it as an act of patriotism. It is just act of what? Being not brave enough to stand up and face the government. Guys, no African country is going through hardship like Ghana. I'm telling you, no African country is going through hardship like Ghana. But youth in Ghana, they keep applauding their government because they want to influence people from America and other parts of the world to come to the country. Because they go on telling the world that Ghana is good, Ghana is secure, Ghana is that, insecurity in Nigeria, problem is in Nigeria, Yahoo in Nigeria, all those kind of things. Guys, I've said it time without number. Nigerians are not scared to face the camera and tell the world the challenge they are going through. And it is not that it is bad. Oh, it is not that bad. But Nigerians want the best. They really want the best. And they push the government. But in Ghana, guys, you can see youth battling, supporting the government, even when the government is doing nothing. Just because they want the outside world to see them. They're the best set of Africans. If you want to come to the African or the motherland, let me visit Ghana. Ghana is good because of the way the youth in Ghana are packaging, even when their government is not treating them right. So now, applause to the Kenyan youth for standing up to their government. You can see the youth weighing on the street, despite the fact that the state deploy, the security apparatus against them. The youth did not back down. They are still telling the president, William Ruto, that he must resign. And that is just what we want. Because enough, massive change is coming. That is why, guys, I just told you some moment ago, because of the resilience seen on part of the Kenyan youth by the Nigerian ruling class, they are really, trying to befriend Nigerian youth now. They are trying to befriend Nigerian youth. They are trying to make us see reasons why we don't need to toy the part of Kenya. We don't need to this. No. Enough. Guys, so now, why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video to call on my younger people because the government on the African continent, they don't care about us. I want us to borrow a lift from Boss Marwa. Yes. Develop your skill. Any skill you have, perfect it. Make it good. Or if you have talent, but you are having this imposter syndrome that has been drawing you backwards or trying to limit you and stop you or not telling you you are not good enough to face the camera or face the world or to do what you intend doing. You mustn't be content creator. No. Just polish your skill, polish your talent, anything. But we are in the world because anything we do today, it is content. So I advise us, polish your skill, have the audacity to face the camera. It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter how you sound. It doesn't matter how the world will judge you. Face the camera. Share your vulnerability. Share who you are. Be the very best of who you are to the world. Share it to the world. And by putting yourself on the camera, sharing to the world what you want, then you now start creating content in regard to what you are doing. Are you a mechanic? Polish the idea, package it, and make it so good that you start creating content, telling people how to fix car door, how to fix up story, how to fix engine. That is content. It is a huge content. It doesn't matter if you're a mechanic, if you're masonry, you are a mason. Show people how you clear site. Show people how you build. Show people how you, do and bring up structures. Are you a news writer? Are you a journalist? Young people on the African continent that have said, face the monster of the imposter syndrome. Throw yourself to the wall. Show yourself to the world. You replicate what Marwa has succeeded, in doing in Kenya. You can see. So, the leaders on the African continent, they don't care about the younger ones. They don't care about you. They are after themselves, their families and friends and associates. So younger people, let's borrow a lift from Marwa, what he has succeeded in implementing in his village. This is a young guy with an issue, or with a one eye. He did not allow that to limit him. So what is your reason for you, to be limited? Don't be limited. There's limitless opportunity in you. There's a And Uhuru Kenyatta quote, I just forgot. He said something that Africa is the new something, there are limitless opportunities, something of that nature. I've forgotten about the quote. Guys, I want us to, absorb that quote. Trying to be what? Our very best version of ourselves. Because for too long, the government policies on the African continent, it is not favorable to the younger ones. The policies, they are not in sync with reality. So why would the youth, decide to fold their arms and wait on peanuts or crumbs from the table of the ruling class? Just the part of what Marwa has did, you can see with his challenge. He didn't allow that to limit him. Today, Marwa in his village, he had the opportunity to build it in Nairobi, Kenya. No, he did not do that. Marwa in his village, exterior or interior village of Migori County, Nyapohanse. You've seen how he has erected that edifice, that world class. When the Princeton University visited last week, you can hear what they taught him. Yes, they said this house, this structure, this building, in cities like New York, Washington, California, it competes with the best structures in those places. But this guy decided to what? Set up that structure in an interior remote village. And you can see the massive facelift. You can see the massive transformation that is bringing to the village. That is what I want us to do. Each and every single youth on the African continent. Polish your talent, polish your skills. Anything you have to offer the world, show it to the world. And in so doing, you become the next Marwa. You don't need to be perfect. I have said, it doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter how you sound. What matters is the content of what you are sharing and the ability to be resonating with the audience. And that is just the truth. So for too long, imposter syndrome has drawn us down and it has been limiting us. And it is on that basis, as I've said, Nigerian youth are secretly mobilizing. And the Nigerian leaders, they've recently become, motivational speakers, trying to preach to the younger ones, not to tell the part of what is happening in Kenya. But for so long, they've had the opportunity to change the fortunes and the economic, the standard of the living of the people and the economic fortunes of the country. They felt instead they were busy cutting money, hiding it. Yes, the experience of 2020, the EndSARS revolution, massive one is coming, the one that will consume Nigeria. Because they've seen it, they've seen what is happening in Kenya right now. They're trying to be, they've become motivational speakers and men of God, clergymen, preaching to the younger youth, trying to, no. And that is why I am hitting on the youth in Ghana. And I'm not saying all youths in Ghana are the same. No, we have some patriotic Ghanaians that they're really challenging for the narrative change in Ghana. But the youth in Ghana, they are too docile. They are too docile. Instead, they keep on clapping on to their governments, even when the government is not doing good, because they want the outside world to look at them. Ghana is the best country in Africa. You ask a common Ghanaian, his problem is Nigeria. And Nigeria does not even have any issue with them. Nigeria and Nigerians don't even know people like them exist on a lighter note. But most Ghanaians' problem is Nigeria. So they can do anything to tell the world that they are better than Nigeria. But luckily, the world knows the truth. You cannot compete. A senior brother can never compete with a younger brother. So the experience is different. There's a clear difference when it comes to the experience and when it comes to what? The gift. You don't need to tell the world that you are the best place. Allow the world to discover that your country is the best. Not to be packaging. Even when your government, they are doing you wrong, you'll be busy praising them because you want the outside world to look at Ghana as the best place. Kudos to the Kenyan youth. Yes. Kudos to the Kenyan youth. And it is on that basis we are calling on each and every younger youth on the African continent to emulate what Marwa is doing. African youth, develop your talent, develop your skill. And that is just the truth, guys. Yes. Polish your skill. Be ready to show the world. Share the world your vulnerability. Doesn't matter. Show the world your vulnerability. Nobody is perfect. We are not looking for perfection. Even when the camera you are using, it is not good, try and make use of it. Talking about camera, guys, I'm also using a phone camera. And I wish to get, GoPro. So anybody around the world, if you are moved, you want to support me to be giving you the best of content, I'll be happy if you can send me a GoPro. Yes, I'll be happy if you can send me a GoPro, people. I'll give you the very best. There are content in Nigeria. In fact, only in Abuja, there are content in Abuja. Not to talk of the middle belt, which is the central part of the country, where Abuja falls, and my state, which is Plateau State, Nasarawa State, Niger State, Benue State, Kogi State, Kwara State, they falls. We're not talking about the northeast, we're not talking about the northwest, and we're not talking about the southeast, which is the Igbo land, and we're not talking about the south, which is where President Goodluck Jonathan comes from. And we're not talking about the southwest, which is where the present Nigerian president Bola Ahmed Tinubu hails from. There are contents in Nigeria, guys. So if you can support me, I would love it. I'm using the phone to record. So if you can support me with a GoPro, it's welcome. Yes, it's welcome. I'll take it and I'll give us best content. Just take a look at this background. Just look at this. So imagine I have anywhere I turn, guys. It is a huge, good place. So, youth on the African continent, throw yourself outside there. Throw yourself outside there. Let's change the narrative in our times. For too long, we've been taught on African continent that youth are the leaders of tomorrow. No, we are not the leaders of tomorrow. We are the leaders of now. We are the leaders of now. And in being the leaders of now, we cannot rule out the place of what? Developing our skills, talents, and everything we have. The ingenuity, the creative part of us, we have to restart it to bring it forth to life. Yes, wonderful people all around the world, my guys in America, UK, Canada, Germany, Jamaica, Italy, Nigeria, Kenya, kudos, respect Kenyan youth, Uganda, Namibia, South Africa, Ghana, and any other part of the world. People, thank you for always coming back to watch our content. Here we give you the very best of content. And if this is your first time, as I've said at the beginning of this video, thank you for stopping by. Visit us back again tomorrow. You're going to enjoy the content. And if you're a returning viewer, subscriber, and loyal follower, respect. I'm grateful. Yes, wonderful people. 60% of our analytics said you guys are watching without subscribing. Subscribe. Subscribe to the Pioneering YouTube channel. Like, comment, guys. Guys, I want us to be 1,000, K subscribers before the end of this year. And I believe it's possible. Share my content, guys. Share my content with your friends, enemies, and any other person. Yes, wonderful people, wonderful guys all around the world. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to you. Yes, as the title suggests, Marwa, African youth, develop your skills. Just like what Marwa has done, and it has helped him to be in the very best of where he is. Yes, people, thank you. See us again.